As we like to say, the greats come to after hours. It's even better when the guest is one of the all-time greats, and that would be the Flower, Marc-Andre Fleury, a game away from ending a Hall of Fame 21-season career. With the end in sight, how you feeling about the decision?
It depends on the days, you know. Some days I wake up and tight and sore, and I was like, "Oh, that's good, you know, it's time." But some days I still have a lot of fun playing the game, right? And it's definitely a tough decision, right? But I think I'm in the right place now.
Well, there has been an outpouring of love for you from around the league, including a little bit here tonight, Dave.
Yeah, is it starting to sink in what you mean to the league and how much respect you garner? I mean, the buildings you've been in the last couple of games, and everyone just showing their appreciation for what you've done.
I don't know. It's pretty surreal, you know. It's been weird also, maybe going into other teams' building and having so much, I don't know, people and cards and warm up and stuff, right? And cheering and a little bit overwhelming, you know, I would say, but very much appreciated. You know, I love this game very much, and I feel very fortunate I played for so long, and I don't know, it's a little weird that it's coming to an end, but it's definitely nice to get the recognition from the fans.
Well, we could go back to the first month of the season. Last week of October, the Wild played in Pittsburgh, where you won 3 Stanley Cups. And so, of course, you got an extended standing ovation from the fans there. And by the way, you got the win that night. And then we could fast forward to the end of January. It was your last game in Montreal, where you never played except as a member of the opposition, and you certainly could feel the love there. What did this ovation in Montreal mean to you?
Oh, jeez. Every time I get in Pittsburgh, right, and obviously it meant a lot, you know, it was a small team, and I was there for a long time also, right, so it was tough to leave, but so many good memories from it, right, and I think in Montreal, like I said, I never played there, but a lot of friends, a lot of family at the game, and to gain the respect from like the Quebecers, right, where I'm from, and I know they're everybody's a big hockey fan. Everybody loves hockey, right? And it means so much to me that maybe the goodbye that I got, you know, when I was there.
Late March in Washington, Dave.
I mean, this is what we're talking about. Alexander Ovechkin, at the end of the game, he brings his team back out just to celebrate you. I mean, normally he's trying to put pucks past you. Instead, he's making sure that his teammates come out and give you your rightful dues.
Yeah, a little bit unexpected, you know. I think we've had... we don't know each other much, but we've had so many battles together, right? When I was playing with Pittsburgh and seeing them in the playoffs, and with Vegas also playing in the playoffs, and maybe he wanted to thank me for giving up so many goals, you know, over the years.
You didn't get the beer that all the guys got.
Yeah, I didn't get that one, no.
You might have heard, Marc-Andre, that Ovechkin broke Wayne Gretzky's goal-scoring record last week. Did you hear that?
I heard that.
And as you mentioned, the Pittsburgh-Washington rivalry was hot for a long time, so clearly he scored a few against you. Do you know how many?
I think 28. I've been remembered many times.
And more than any other goaltender, next closest, I think, was Henrik Lundqvist with 24. Do those 28 make you feel any differently about the record?
No, you know, as a goalie, I never want to give up a goal, right? And like I said, we had such good rivalry, and Ovi is such a good shooter and such a challenge, right, for goalies and for teams to play against, right? And I think it's fun to compete against him, fun to make saves on him, but it's so deserving. He's such a guy that has such an enthusiasm to score goals, and it's you know, he scores one and you see him celebrate and dives around. You know, he really deserves it.
You have Hall of Fame numbers, and you will be eligible for the Hall in 3 years. And we're given to understand that you'll still be living in Minnesota, as you and Veronique built your dream home in Vegas, but have decided that you're going to remain in Minnesota. Why?
It's a good place. Good place for to raise your family, I think. We've moved the kids a bunch, right? We're from Pittsburgh to Vegas and Chicago and then to Minnesota, right? So I feel like for them too, it was fair to give them a little bit of stability in their lives, and they got some friends now. They got sports and they like their schools and stuff. So, you know, I think for me, I have lots of unknown for next season or for next year, right? And yeah, so it might be hard on me some days, you know, and I feel if they have their stability, I think it's will be good for them.
Speaking of the kids, Estelle, Scarlett, and James. Dave.
Well, this is something unique, being able to join you on the ice in warm-up. I mean, how did that come about, and how did that make you feel?
I don't know. I always get a little more soft and more too emotional sometimes when I'm getting older. But I think when I was in Pittsburgh, Pascal Dupuis had one of his son, Cody, come on the ice during national anthem, and I always thought that was so cool. And if one day I could, so I asked the team if they would let me, have him there for my last start in Minnesota, and so it was cool to see them.
That's a good-looking family. Marc-Andre, you're a 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Who knows if you would have won your first in 2009 with the Penguins had you not made a miraculous save in the dying seconds against Detroit.
Jordan Staal. Henrik Zetterberg. Again. Scramble draw comes to the point. Rafalski shoots. Knocked down in the man. Scramble. Lidstrom shoots at a tremendous save by Fleury. They've done it. The Penguins have done it. Sidney Crosby and the Penguins have won the Stanley Cup.
How do you remember perhaps the biggest save of your career?
Oh, it is for sure. Just chaos a little bit, and then I had time to see Lidstrom come down for that shot, right? And I don't know, I just thought it was going to shoot high, more likely than low. So I just tried to cover a little bit on top net, and love seeing Craig Adam there diving face first, no visors trying to block the shot. So good memories for sure.
Well, there are huge saves, there are Stanley Cups, and then there are pranks for which you are legendary. Pranks are one of your calling cards. We've got probably 50 questions for you tonight, and half of them were this one, so we'll have Helena ask it. What's the best prank you've ever pulled?
Oh, geez. I think I should say too, when I started in Pittsburgh, there was a lot of old guys that would do them, and I think that's when I started loving it, And then Marc Bergevin was my first roommate too, and he kind of showed me the ropes a bit with that stuff. And I think my favorite one would have been I don't know, put the guy's hotel room in the hallway. I think it's good. I think the tires last year with Duane, we had a little bit of a...
we're going to get to that one.
All right.
But first, there are standard-like pranks, as in taping a guy's gear. Sidney Crosby was a victim of that prank pulled by you in Pittsburgh. But were you not worried here that the best player on the team might not have taken it so well?
No, we grew up together, and he's gotten me before. It's fair game. I feel like I didn't have much time, so I think he always gotta try to come up with something quick. It depends on how much time you got.
Who's got the upper hand? Have you gotten him more than he's gotten you?
Ooh,
you can always come back next year.
I'll have a lot of free time next year, so I can get around.
Full-time prankster. Yeah, I think one of the messages here to all of your teammates and the 4 teams in which you played is don't get into a prank war with Marc-Andre Fleury, because by the end of it, he'll have your clothes, your house, and your car. So a former Wild teammate, Brendan Duhaime, was foolish enough to go head-to-head with you, and I think it started when he poked fun at your age in an interview. Here it is.
How much enjoyment do you get out of watching Marc-Andre Fleury compete for you guys every night?
It's unbelievable. I mean, for him to do this at 50 is special, and he's awesome. He's a great teammate, great player, and you see what he's doing out there at 50.
Okay. All right. So what happened after that? We have some video evidence.
Yeah.
Here too.
I think I just started shopping a bit for him, stealing his...
Well, first of all, you took his shoes.
Yeah, I stole his shoes, replaced with the boots.
And then you took his shirt.
Yeah, the next guy stole his jacket and his shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we get to the cars. He covered yours with 90 rolls of toilet paper.
That was a lot of toilet paper. Yep.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of work. Not very...
and then the payoff.
Ecologic.
Right.
Yeah.
This was he was a member of the Colorado Avalanche at this point. This was in the Avalanche parking garage. How did you get in there to take the tires off the car and put topsoil on the hood plus a for sale sign?
He did in my car when they came to town, but he forgot we played there like a week later. And then we got in the night before because we played somewhere, and then they had a practice, and I knew they had a practice. So I took a Uber, went to Home Depot, and then got some jack, some dirt, some flowers, and and then I had some help. I don't know if I should say, but a couple of teammates helped me out too. So
Who righted the air gun to get the legless off?
did you? Yeah, that was quick. Good work.
One thing, Marc-Andre, you've always understood is the value of entertainment. At some point, you got to give the fans what they want, and how fans love a good goalie fight. Let's watch this.
Almost.
Hey! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! No! Let's go!
You were trying.
Oh, the refs.
My favorite part of this exchange is when you say to the official, we'll see it here, you'll say, I don't like my hair like this. Why did we get the impression you weren't taking the scrap seriously?
I don't know. That was over. It's just like, yeah, I think, the refs don't like it, right? And when I was in junior, I had a couple of fights, and then they just let you go, right? Drop your helmet, drop your glove, like circle around the, you know. I guess we can't do that anymore, but
all right.
yeah, so it was over anyway.
Wish we had more time, but the game went into overtime, and appreciate you joining us.
Thanks
There's
for having me.
Marc-Andre Fleury putting the finishing touches on a Hall of Fame career. He was our guest on After Hours. Thanks for watching tonight. We bid you good night from Vancouver.